Hello again, everybody from Ashland High School. It's Ashland Varsity Sports on WACA-TV. Tonight, the Ashland Public Schools and the Tri-Valley League present boys basketball with the Ashland High School Clockers hosting. It's the Norton Lancers, Bob.
Norton Lancers in their purple, black, and white.
Bob Thacker, Bob Martell, and Dan Baker bringing you tonight's game being played on January 20th,
wow.
2015.
Wow, you can feel it in the air, Bob. It's almost spring-like outside, about 30 degrees. And the trees are starting to bud up. I think the worst of winter may be over. I got my fingers crossed.
You're thinking like a thaw.
I'm thinking something warm.
And, you know, these teams are pretty close in the standings. I think Norton might be in second place. Westwood undefeated.
Undefeated at 9
kind
or
of
10
a battle for second tonight, you know?
Yeah.
And I think a couple other teams are involved. And now, a recorded version of the Star Spangled Banner. Okay, Westwood has resumed a position at the top of the league in boys and girls basketball like they've had in the past.
They've had a lot of history, but
2015 season.
Yeah, maybe a 10-year hiatus
it's
from
been a while,
the top echelon, but having a good year this year.
And the Clockers were right there in the third period Friday night and lost it in the fourth period.
Clockers can play with anybody. They've got a well-balanced and fairly deep team. Mitch Porter sidelined tonight, but otherwise a full roster. So
let's see. 21, Spencer Rabidou picks up his spot in the starting lineup. Mike Boudreau, 22, will jump it. Cam Faniff is 33, and 32 is John Van Cleef. And number 4 is Max Feinberg. Max under the weather the last two games, the loss to Hopkinton and the loss to Westwood. He played, but his minutes were not what they usually are, which is usually practically every minute, as you know, Bob.
He plays a lot, and he's a key cog on this team.
I think the coaches are hoping he's full strength tonight because this is a big, big ball game.
Yeah. He's not going to sit down unless they make him sit down.
They jump it up. Mike controls it. Van Cleef to Feinberg, and we're underway at Ashland High School. Clockers in their home whites, Norton in their visiting purple. Max deep, gets it in. John Wheels, bad pass, picked off. He's by himself, no trailer really, so he had to take it. Didn't run hard enough. His friend didn't run hard enough.
Finger roll. He was looking for some help, didn't get it, and he kind of forced an awkward shot there.
Looked like he wanted to pass, didn't it, Bobby?
Yeah, it was a right-hand shot on the left-hand side, and he was too far underneath. Spencer, that little hesitation gave him a little space, and he floats that jumper in already. Spence, who's a physical player, a heady player, makes his presence felt. First two goes to Ashland, Bob.
What are we playing? Are we playing a zone?
We're playing they're playing it looks like a matchup right now. Nice help there by.
We didn't get a long enough look at it, Bob.
Yeah.
We'll see next time down. Mike Boudreau brings it up.
John Van Cleef has been playing better and better. Nice.
On the cut to Feinberg, he missed the layup.
Nice back cut there. Great look, and Max just a little strong off the backboard.
Nice move there into the paint, up and no good.
Same
Tight
down here.
rims early.
Yeah, it doesn't go in. It must be chilly in the gym.
Michael again. He wants a jump shot. He makes a jump shot.
Well, apparently the jump shots are working. Ashland has the first two. Little 12-foot step to his left, open up a little space for himself. Good square-up look.
This is Jason O'Neill, Bob, number 2. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He's a senior guard. The bomb, O'Neill steps back for the 3, turns it down and swings it. Now he calls a play.
Ashland playing man right now, Bob. But
Jenkins is 10. 15 is Kamanasha. Tip in, no. Jenkins has it. They reset.
Good hustle there.
New shot clock. They miss another layup. Good offensive board. Thought he got fouled, but
a lot of contact.
No call.
Yeah.
O'Neill resets for the 3rd time, Bobby.
Yeah, they've been down this end for a long time.
Another fresh shot clock.
They get an O'Neill and O'Keefe and O'Malley on the Lancers team.
O'Neill again.
There's an offensive
barged in.
He made up his mind early that time that he was going to take the ball to the middle. And
was it Cam who held his ground?
I think it was Cam. There was a slow motion offensive foul.
First period action. Ashland 4 and Norton nothing. Bob Thacker, Bob Martell on WACA-TV. Tuesday night basketball. The boys. Max turns down the 3. Van Cleef looked like he just lost it, but he got bumped pretty good.
Yeah, they called a body there.
Let's see what kind of inbound play the Clockers have from under their own basket. Cheerleaders in the background. Good move, good shot.
Nice rebound.
Nothing. Mike Boudreau couldn't get it to close.
Third shot, Ashland.
Cam, who's been leading the Clockers in scoring in these last 2 losses, had some great chances there. Just couldn't get it off that square, Bobby.
And neither team shooting well from inside. Good defense, but still, they've had great chances on both sides. There's a step, got away with that.
Coffee?
Double bounce. Spencer will take care of the ball.
Ooh, ahead to Max. Watch out here. He skies to the rim and he got fouled right on the arm.
Nice move to the hoop. 3 team fouls on Norton in the early going and none on Ashland. So far, the score's only 4-0, Bob, but everything, both basketball-wise and luck-wise, has been going the Clocker way. Max is a very reliable free throw shooter.
Geez, with Porter out tonight, Coach Champagne's bench is short.
Yeah.
Let's see who gets the call. See who gets the minutes, Bob.
Max both ends of that. Ashland up 6-0.
Right now, Spencer Abadou, the beneficiary, getting the starting nod.
One thing we have noticed, Bob, is that they do play a short bench, but Ashland does not seem to wear down.
Murphy, 3 hits the rim. Boudreau hit a jump shot. Let's see what he does here. Faniff out deep. Feinberg even deeper. He's alone for 3. Rabidou short. Doesn't quite get the bounce. Big fight. John Van Cleef earns the jump.
Spencer had a good look there from the elbow, and it didn't go down, but Ashland a nice strong rebound. Possession goes Norton's way.
Chris Van Cleef and Francis Lubega enter. Francis is number 5.
Oh, nice get back.
You got that one. Van Cleef blocked that one underneath.
Yeah, good block, but somebody must have got him on
out of bounds,
the second shot.
Is there a foul?
Yeah, he had the hand up. Let's see what he does. Possession? I think he called Ashland on the line, or one of those lines.
So Mike Boudreau.
Great block there by Van Cleef.
This foul is still not posted.
Oh, Francis almost.
Spin move, very nice move.
And the first hoop for Norton.
Brandon
Jenkins.
Boudreau,
There goes the shutout.
Right to the basket, not quite close enough. Who's that off?
Looks like off-white purple ball.
Norton gets it.
Mark Liberatore is the coach for the Norton Lancers, 14-year coach.
Imagine, huh?
Goes by quick. And there's a three, all of a sudden.
Who's his assistant?
Brett Murphy, not sure. Assistant coach John Valenti, Travis Jolly, Steve Coffey. But there's only one guy on the bench.
Well, it's that my program says Joan Valenti.
Oh, it could be. In which case, we don't see Joan Valenti.
You don't see a woman over there.
Yeah.
Maybe she's up in the booth.
Could be. She's spotting from the skybox. First foul for Ashland and Chris Van Cleef. Nice defense there.
Mike Boudreau, you very seldom see a guy bat back an inbounds pass.
Well, if he was a little bit higher, he would have got that one off the noggin, Bob. He certainly has a height advantage.
Jenkins again, swish.
We'll turn around left-handed floater. That was from about 6 feet. Tough position to make that shot.
He seemed confident in it, though,
playing against a much taller player.
Max along two, no, back rim. O'Neal has it. Looking to run a little bit. Sees an open man, gets it back.
Coach calling out the defense.
Oh, Max all over that. Right to the basket, and he misses it again. Cleaned up nicely by Mike Boudreau.
Make a nice finish.
Clockers retake the lead, 8-7.
Max still a little bit off on his offense.
Nice
step
pass
and
to
steal.
Jenkins. Nice pass by Jenkins. And the basket goes to Paul Carmancia. Carmonica.
And if you can believe it, Norton has the lead 9-8, Bob.
Yeah, this is their second lead. They had it 7-6 too. The bomb by Michael, no good. The rebound is anybody's ball. LeBega gets cut. Desperation.
Yeah, Chris thinking he got fouled, but no call.
Yeah, forgot to shoot the ball. O'Neal, patient. Murphy, the bomb. Swish! 12-8, Clockers trail 4.
His second three as he stepped into that one. He looks like he may be their long-range shooter.
Brett gets a hand on that one.
Oh, off of
It's
Norton.
on Brett. It was off Brett. He almost stole it.
Yeah.
Now they correct it. Ashland ball.
Yeah, Murphy got a fingertip on it. They made the right call. They corrected.
Chris inbounds it. This is Paul Boudreau, 34, into the game. And he has some moves, but
nice up and under. It just
nothing is
doesn't go
going
down.
in.
And Cam comes back and cleans up. But boy, Ashland has missed a lot of shots, easy shots inside.
They just not going.
Yeah.
That was in, Bob.
Yeah, in and out.
Brandon Jenkins has had a little better luck the last few trips. Murphy feels it. Not this time.
I think we know what his role is. And he steps in and makes a nice steal.
Cam says, I'll take it this time myself. Paul bottled up. Whose ball? It stays white.
Well,
Brett Murphy, a pain ball.
Good hustle on Brett Murphy's part. A little bit casual on Ashland's part. We've talked about this before, that they don't really play with a point guard. You get 4 or 5 very capable ball handlers, but it can hurt you sometimes.
That was into Faniff.
There's Murphy again.
Oh, Boudreau saying, wait a minute. Every time I touch the ball, this guy is slapping it away.
Yeah. Murph with a little bit of energy right here.
They get it to Chris Van Cleef, and they start at the top of the key. Lubega. Paul into Cam. Hey, one fell.
Well, how about that? That was a low shot. Hit the bottom of the rim, up and over.
He had the spin on that.
And we got a tie, Bob, with 20 seconds left in this first period.
Murphy, Paul's on him now, and Paul's a tall player. 10 seconds, O'Neal dishes to Murphy. He's open, he takes it, he doesn't get it. Mike fought for the rebound, 3 seconds. It's good if it goes. It hits the rim.
Well, 12-point
quite a first period
for both teams. back and forth. Talk about feeling each other out. They did better shooting from outside than inside, Bob, both squads. But Ashland in particular missed a lot of trips to the rim. Foul situation, 3 for Norton real early, but then they settled down. Ashland only has 1 team foul, so not a factor really right now. Max, got to get him going. Tell you, he's the key to this offense. They've got good distribution and they've got good balance, but if Max scores, it makes life a lot easier for the Clockers.
Well, they've learned to play without him the last 2 games against Westwood and Hopkinton, and they've done pretty well. That said, they lost both games.
They lost both games, yeah.
And
a good Westwood
I'm pretty
team.
sure Faniff led the scoring for the Clockers with about 13 points both.
Yeah, they didn't fill up the scoreboard either of those nights.
And I don't think they broke 50 either night.
Yeah. And they're capable. That period they had 12. They could have had 20 points, 25 points. Well, let's see what happens here. It's not a matter of so much of adjustments. I think maybe Ashland has to guard the basket a little bit better. But defensively, they played pretty well. It's more a matter of on the offensive end finishing their opportunities. They'll get the ball and they'll be heading east this period.
Do you want to take the 3 away from Murphy, or do you want to let him have it?
Yeah, you know, he showed to be capable. He's got 2, but he's also missed 3.
Paul Boudreau took it away from him, but Paul was collapsing on defense and gave Murphy another chance, but as you say, he missed it.
Yeah, well, I'd be guiding him. It's obviously his game. He hasn't shown a propensity to go to the hoop.
John Van Cleef can't find a lane. Stepped out. We know he was pushed. But
well, there's an opportunity there. He was one on and no help. Nobody else went to the basket, so he was stuck in no man's land there.
No such thing as a force out.
Yeah.
It's either a foul or you stepped out.
Ashland still playing man.
He calls for it. He gets it. Perfect position. Good shot. Just
that's a good rebound. That's good taking care of the boards.
Mike Woodworth had that inside position. Mike is number 20. I think he's new into the game. There's a move to the base.
And that's going to be there for Cam. And for the other forwards, Bob.
Actually, John, I guess, on that one, right? Yeah.
Second foul on Brandon Jenkins.
Took him out of the game, didn't it?
Yeah.
Up and in.
Strong move by Cam. And that's it. They just got too many strong guys. If they get the ball there, they're going to score some baskets, or at least have chances to.
The weave, another new player in the game.
Spencer, nice switch out there.
O'Malley, Joseph O'Malley, number 3.
Hey, we got a lot of Irish people on this Lancers team. Nice pass there.
Stopped.
Nice block there.
And wrestled to the ground.
John Van Cleef just stood his ground.
What happened?
These
was
officials,
there a jump? I guess
jump
it was.
ball. These officials have done a pretty good job of not calling the ticky-tacks. Possession is in some jeopardy and some discussion. It finally straightened it out, and they give it to the Lancers.
Murphy contested, gets it, lets it fly with the shot clock running out.
2 seconds on the shot clock. He had a catch and release.
Did not hit the rim, so it would have been a violation.
Oh, they call an offensive foul on that. Geez, I was just saying how they weren't calling the ticky-tacks, and they call that, which was really a non-contactor.
John went into a big spin, and I think that sold him.
Yeah, I think
that big spin move without regard to the defender.
We call it the assumptive call, Bob.
Gave the ref the idea. The wrong idea. O'Neal, no, didn't post up. I don't see O'Neal shooting the 3. He likes to go in. The dipsy-do doesn't go. Nice rebound by Mike Woodworth, but he's wrestled down again, and a traveling call takes it away.
One thing you knew, number 21, Spencer, was not going to give up that ball. They make a traveling call there.
Now we got Paul Boudreau bringing it up this time, Bob.
Yeah, if there's one player they're in search of is a true point guard, and they may have to go the whole season playing 5-point forwards.
Well, John gets the benefit of that foul that time.
Yeah,
it went against Paul Karamanica.
I'm glad you're saying that.
Karamanica.
Karamanica.
A nice step back, Michael Boudreau.
Hey, Mike had no space there. He was doubled, and he took the little step back, created enough room for himself. He knew he wasn't going to get blocked and kept his focus and puts that one down. Ashland back up 4 again, Bob. Is a
Bad
nice
pass.
Oh, he was on the line.
Got it.
He was on the line. No call. Ashland gets the ball anyway, though.
Mike on the hard push. That Brett Murphy is a pain on offense and defense.
Mike that time, clear lane and didn't have to pass the ball. And sometimes you wonder about the decisions. He's trying to advance the ball, but there wasn't much
I didn't
room.
see. How did they lose that? Did he tick off someone?
Off his teammates. Yeah, it might have been Cam.
Yeah. The intended receiver, maybe?
Yeah. Francis back in the game, defending Norton's biggest player.
O'Neal does not like the 3. He's had some chances. Rabideau almost had the steal.
Yeah.
Almost had it twice.
There's that tenacity.
Shot clock at 10. Murphy swings it quickly. An open 3 in the corner. No.
Cam well after the shot was gone.
Keenan Coffey sold it with the slide back move. He's only going to shoot 3. With 5 minutes to go until halftime, it's Ashland 16, Norton 12. The Lancers held scoreless in the first 3 minutes of the second period, but that should end right here, and it does.
Coffey makes the first. So if you want to take a bathroom break, Bob, this is the time. He's got 3. This is his second.
Calm, cool, and collected.
Mike Boudreau jumping in to box him out. Mike can't believe he got 3 on that one.
One more for a 3-point play. Can he do it? No. Faniff. Rabideau.
2 of 3, and Ashland a 2-point lead. Max being held away from the ball that time. That'll be Brandon Jenkins' 3rd foul.
Jenkins does not like the call.
Yeah, he was.
And it takes him out of so much playing time. I get it.
Yeah.
That's his 3rd foul.
Don't know how deep the Lancers are, but
he didn't like it.
You don't want 3 fouls with this much time in the second period.
Oh, wow. Michael felt it.
Michael, nice spot up. That's first 3 for the Clockers.
A little extra long, too.
Yeah, he was NBA distance. Ashland still playing that man defense.
Nice pass underneath. I guess it was a little too far under.
Yeah, some help from Francis, and he comes away with the loose ball.
Feinberg by 1 man. Stops, pops, no.
We'll get a good look again.
Murphy. Ashland leading by 5. 4 minutes to go until halftime. Murphy pushed deep. Coffey bottled up. O'Neal, that's what he likes to do. Foul over the top.
Yeah, good look. Jason to the basket and made that little J-hook pass underneath.
The senior
Paul Karamanica.
Yeah, Kara. Kara, is that love in Italian? Whoa.
To me, most everything is love in Italian.
Kara, what is that? Let's look that up.
Cara mia.
Cara, my love? I don't know. Cara mia, let's see. Because I'm thinking it might be Love Maniac, Cara Manica.
Could be. Karamanica. Ashland, good perimeter passing, but there's nothing underneath right now. And he's settling for jump shots. And there's Max. Not hit the clean one, but it rolled around the rim 3 times and down. But there's his first basket with 3:27 left in the first half.
Walker's
maybe that'll get him going.
Biggest lead of the night, 6 for either team. Coffey. Murphy can't get a shot off.
And Francis doing a nice job.
Ashland defense rising here.
Francis Lubega has really improved.
5 seconds of the shot clock. O'Neal has to take it. good look. Couldn't get it to go. I won't say a good look, but a tough shot, well played. Michael Boudreau, coast to coast, he'll shoot.
Yeah, he got obvious contact. He meant blue 20. Mike Boudreau will be shooting a pair. Michael, a very steady player, looks for his offense, brings the ball up, rebounds, just good all-around player.
Yeah, Kara is beloved.
Now you got to figure out what Manica means. It might be, he's loved by maniacs or something.
Let's see here, Manica. That might be tougher.
Ashland with an 8-point lead now. Nothing spectacular, just the Lancers have not lit it up offensively. 15 points at this point in the first half. Not a lot.
Murphy steps back to give himself a look. On target.
Clock as Max kept the ball from being rebounded by the Lancers, but just fingertipped it out of bounds. They'll reset. 30-second clock. Ashland doing a pretty good job on deny. Chris Van Cleef on defense.
Kara Manica.
Just not much to look for here offensively. Boy, the Clockers have really bottled them up.
And they're getting pushed deeper and deeper away from the 3 points circle. O'Neal, it's open. He takes it. Back rim. Almost off the scoreboard. They keep playing. It's a new shot clock.
Mark Champagne calling it to hit the clock, and that should be a turnover.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, instead, they call a foul on the Clockers and give the ball to the Lancers.
Well, Manicas are arm guards that you put on your arms.
So you love arm guards. Well, Mike Woodworth just can't coax that one in. He still has yet to score. Lancers stuck on 15.
Woodworth gets one.
Gets one, and one of my pet peeves too, Bob. They got 2 guys in the backcourt when they're shooting free throws. They're really conceding the rebound should he miss that shot.
Why have 2 men back there?
You know.
Yeah. Maybe one, maybe.
To set up,
maybe one at half court.
Ashland's not going to break from there anyway.
Max turns down a long 3.
Long 3 chance.
Chris wants to do something. A nice dish, up and 2 up.
Francis, nice touch there, but just couldn't control it.
Cam had a chance.
He did. He made his way to the hoop.
Oh, hop, skip, and a jump.
Awkward shot. Awkward shot.
Rabidou with 1:15 to go until halftime. Clock is protecting a 7-point lead. Shot clock at 19. Game clock at 1:05. LaBega. How about me? How about me? Up and in, they gave it to me.
Thank you, Francis.
I'll take it.
Nice move to the hoop, individual move. He got a little space.
Timeout Lancers with 59 seconds.
Didn't rush that shot, Bob. Just a nice move to the hoop. Ashland starting the offense really high. They're looking for that cutter. Francis this time to the left of the basket. Wide open, receives the pass, makes one little move. He just outquicked his defender. When he gets to the basket, he didn't force it. Waited that half a click, up and in, left-handed. Glad to see him get a little bit of candy. He plays tough defense, doesn't get a chance to shoot or score much. But the clock is now up 9 after what was kind of a rocky road up to this point.
What do you make of this timeout, Bob?
Well, I think he's the coach is looking at his team falling into a funk offensively, and then that time conceding the offense to Ashland. So I think he wants to refocus his team. They don't want to go into the halftime down more than this.
So you don't think he's trying to make it a 3-possession final 59 seconds to get closer than 9 points the deficit?
Yeah, I think we've seen enough of the high school basketball game that clock management is not necessarily one of their strong suits. I think he's drawing up something so that the kids have a set play maybe, or an opportunity for Murphy to shoot a 3. that's the only thing that it looks like would get him back in the game, is if Murphy
There's no fouls to waste either way, Bob.
No.
Ashland with 16 fouls, Norton with 7. So there'll be free throws on any fouls for the remaining 59 seconds. He's open, he takes it, back rims it again. Did Murphy win it? Away from the ball, something maybe?
I think he called the bounce off the rim out of bounds.
Okay.
Possession purple.
Murphy inbounds it, they swing it. Get a fresh shot clock. Oh, Coffey surprised.
Even his teammate took a little walk through the lane and gave it up.
Woodworth doesn't have a move. Karamanica doesn't have a move. And now a whistle away from the ball. Cam Fannis' body language says it's on him.
Cam playing
no, it isn't. It's
physical defense.
Is it on Chris? I guess it is.
Calls on Chris Van Cleef. We didn't see that one.
Nope. But Cam must have seen it, because I was
Cam must have seen it.
I was watching his chagrin.
He feels for his teammate. There's an empathy thing there.
Woodworth coaxes the first half of the 1-on-1. That stops the clock and gives the Lancers free throws, so it's a good thing for them with 28.5 seconds left. Important rebound here for Ashland if it misses, and LaBega makes sure it goes our way.
And here's a situation where we'd normally say, pull for one shot. My guess is
lead.
Nothing like that will happen.
Game clock is off. Shot clock at 16.
Well, Murph that time a little too aggressive. Spencer heading away from the basket, and he pushed him almost out of bounds.
Actually, the shot clock and the game clock are identical, 13.4. Spencer Rabidou with a one-on-one opportunity, misses the first. LaBega gets the rebound, goes hard to the turf. It's a traveling call.
Yeah, great elevation on that. He came down with the ball, but his feet were tangled, and he goes to the floor. 11.4 seconds, nothing better for the Lancers than to get possession again.
So this is their second possession of the final 59 seconds. But there's only 4 seconds left, and O'Neal gets one to go.
You know, that's what you don't want, is a free path to the basket like that, and that's what we didn't want. Was
so they came out with 3 points out of that timeout.
Yeah,
Bob,
yeah. So
which is better than nothing, I suppose.
7 in the period, and 3 of them in the last 59 seconds. Ashland had 13 points that period. They go into the half leading 25-19. Could have been a lot worse for the Lancers, but Ashland kind of played into their hands in that last minute or so.
I know it, but overall, the clock is, as we've seen in the, we've been lucky enough to see them win every game that they've played here at home when we've been broadcasting, and typically their defense just wears out the other team's offense, and they can't get going, and the other team looks better in the first period than they do for the rest of the game once Ashland starts to wear them down. We'll see what happens in the second half. It's Ashland 25 and Norton 19. Second half action in 10 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching Ashland High School Varsity Sports on Ashland Television.
Television coverage brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli, providing food services to the Metro West for over 15 years.
Ready to start the second half, Bobby, as Ashland comes into this one up 25-19, carrying that lead over from the first half. Leading scorers in the first half for the Clockers, Mike Boudreau with 11, Cam Faniff with 6, Max Feinberg with 4. For the Norton Lancers, not a lot of scoring, but Brett Murphy with 2 threes. He has 6 points. Brandon Jenkins with 4, and Paul Karamanica with 4. 25-19, nobody in foul trouble except for Brandon Jenkins for the Lancers with 3. Chris Van Cleef with 2 for Ashland, but I think he can manage that. And the Clockers will open this half with a possession. Here again, Bob Thacker.
Mike puts it into Max, and I had to believe Mike wanted to get it right back, but somehow Max didn't handle it.
Yeah, a little flub there.
Clockers look energized. Murphy continues to be a pest on defense. He's number 1. Mike Boudreau is 22. Max is number 4. He goes strong. Difficult shot, doesn't go. Pulled up
Max,
for the short jumper.
He found a little space there, pulled up, but he's been short rimming himself a little bit. He needs to get more relaxed. He's really a little tight right now in his offensive game, and he shouldn't be. He can get an open look whenever he wants.
Norton has, what, 3 threes, Bob?
They have 3 threes. Yep, they had one in the second period.
Cool. Murphy's got 2.
No, they get 2. That's the only threes they have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the kid had a 3, missed his 3, had 3 free throws. And
3 free throws.
That's right.
Now, the Clockers take care of business here defensively, put up a few baskets. They should be okay.
What? Away from the ball, the Lancers are clapping.
Yeah, there's some back and forth going on there, and John Van Cleef given the foul.
John Quick suddenly has 3 fouls.
That could have been,
according to the scoreboard,
could have been called the other way too. Don't want to lose one of the big guys, especially with a short bench. They have to manage their foul situation.
Brandon Jenkins had plenty of rest. He's back in the game and ready to go. He's playing with 3 fouls. He's number 10 for the Lancers. Pretty active when he had a chance in the first
Yeah, he's
period.
made a couple of nice moves.
He sat for long periods, though. That's what I'm talking about. He gets involved.
Yeah, he gets himself he's trying
tangled up there.
Trying to run the offense because they're so challenged, and sometimes by forcing it, you make yourself look like a lesser player. He's not a bad player. He's just trying to do too much.
Francis Lubega earning the second half start, number 5. Mike traveled, I guess. Did he hit it twice? Was it a double dribble?
I didn't see it because the official had a screen, but Coach Champagne doesn't agree. Not much going on so far. Score's still the same after a minute and 40. As both teams come out kind of cold and awkward in the second half. Nice inlet pass, but Francis more than equal to the task.
Francis frequently on the floor, huh, Bud?
Well, I'll tell you, he's a tenacious defender.
A lot of times I'd play with a little cleat on a slippery floor, you know, a little, you know. The AD didn't like it because it wrecks the floor. Wrecks the floor, but you know, I couldn't be falling down.
It worked for you.
Yeah.
You know, a little traction is a good thing. There's Francis.
Remember those composite floors, Bob?
Yeah. Oh, do I?
They're gone now,
yeah,
right?
I can show you my knees sometime.
They're gone, right?
Mostly, I haven't seen one for a while. I think who was the last one to have one? Holliston.
Now, what was their advantage, perceived
advantage? You supposedly couldn't beat the heck out of them.
It was permanent in some way, like AstroTurf.
It was better than wood, but it wasn't.
Less maintenance and everything, right?
Max a little late getting back in bounds, and he catches that ball, but he's standing out of bounds, protecting the cheerleaders, I think. Still 25-19, 5:57 left.
Collapsing defense. Lubega skies.
Yeah, Francis, nice elevation there. Ripped the rebound away, but there were only white shirts underneath the basket.
Max in control. Stops and pops short again.
He's been
gets it back.
He's been consistently short.
Won't shoot that even though he's open.
Yeah. Well, you know what you do when you're having that kind of a run? Go to the hoop. He's quick enough. He can get to the rim.
Another jumper. Yes.
There we go.
It's a 3. Feinberg keeps shooting and he scores.
Well, there's one where Max was like, all right, I have to shoot it. Oh, it went down. 3.
Well, if they're giving it to me, I'm going to take it. Yeah.
Cam that time an obvious reach.
I won't say they were backing off him, but they weren't giving him the attention.
No,
at least he felt he deserved.
They forgot how good he is.
Michael
nice
Boudreau on the steal, all by himself. O'Neal's back. Boudreau sinks it. Time out.
Right into the pressure, and all of a sudden, bing, 30-19. As the Lancers have not scored, and all of a sudden the clock has put up 5. A 3 from Max on an excuse me from the top of the umbrella, and then a nice steal and basket by Mike Boudreau. He could have been the beneficiary of a foul call there too. There was some contact.
Mike, 13 points.
Yeah, Michael hawking the ball. He's
leading the Clockers and looking
aggressive.
like a leader out there.
Yeah, you know, you pick up a little bit of the flavor with the short bench and some illness and injury. The Clockers haven't been playing their usual all-out game, but they're still playing really good defense. They're picking their moments, Bob. Up 11.
Well, does Max look completely like himself?
Not at all.
No,
not at all.
Me either.
No.
I mean, he's playing, but it just doesn't seem to be completely 100% healthy.
Yeah, he's got to get feeling better, and sometimes the way you do that is you got to play your way back into it. It's obvious he's not 100%. Clocker's cheerleaders are here tonight, Bob, throwing some tricks behind the eastbound basket. Coach Allison Jenkins with her squad getting better every day. She's enthused about this team and the potential.
O'Neal to Murphy in the corner. No.
Well, they're looking for Murphy now. Murphy's gone a little cold. Jump ball. Paul Boudreau ties that one up, and then this time, it seems like the Lancers have had possession on every held ball, but they finally get a ball.
I might try something different if I was the Norton coach. I might get the ball out of O'Neal's hands and see if somebody can find him cutting to the basket.
Yeah, that time they're obviously looking for Brett Murphy. He's looking for that option, looking for the big three.
O'Neal's a good ball handler, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I think he's got some ability to make plays under the basket or to the basket, and he's not getting the chance because he's got to create on his own. He's not picking up any passes. Max to Cam, couldn't get it.
Francis, nice
Lobega the second time up and in.
Here he goes, that lefty magic again. Great hustle, gets the reward. Not much going right for the Lancers right now.
Murphy cuts under the basket, gets it back, misses that one too.
Max on the weak side, nice rebound, and he'll take control, play the point here. Coach Champagne calling out a play.
They give Max a lot of respect when he brings up the ball. There's no pressure at all on the Ashland so-called point guard. Max again, swish, it's a three.
And that's what shooters do, shooters shoot.
Clockers have opened up a 16-point lead. It's 35-19. 3.5 to go in the third period. Lots of time left. O'Neal stripped in the lane.
Oh.
Whose ball?
Nice takeaway there by Paul Boudreau, but the ball skipped out of bounds.
No one ever touched it.
Yeah, it was...
off Paul?
Yeah, off Paul.
Paul's in the game. He's 34. His brother Michael, 22. Are they twins?
Paul just grabs the ball. That's a...
Are they twins, Bob?
I don't know if they're twins.
Let me see.
See if
Let's
they're
see if
the
they're
same.
in the same year. Michael's a senior in another basket.
Speak of, Michael Boudreau with a three, and all of a sudden, threes raining. Ashland hasn't shot a lot of threes this year, but
well, they're both seniors.
Mike's got 2 in this game, and Max 2 in this period. They're both seniors. Well, they could still be.
One could have stayed back. I mean, should we ask?
We should ask which one is the smart one, which one's the handsome one. I'm sure they'll offer an opinion.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, 38-19 as Ashland has doubled up Norton. We said whichever team just started to shoot reasonably well. And the Lancers have not scored this period. A long drought for them.
And the shots haven't been the greatest looks to begin with. I mean, they've gotten up a few things, but nothing you'd say, oh, how did they miss that?
Well, you told me early on, Bobby, this is a 7-4 team. Unless somebody's sick or whatever. It doesn't look like a 7-4 team tonight in this gym.
Let me think here for a second. They've already beaten Ashland this year. I think on opening night.
Yeah. Is that right, earlier?
Or down in Norton, obviously, they won.
Against what was at the time a healthy, well, they're still finding their way. It's different the first game of the season in your home gym, too.
Yeah. Look at that, a handoff.
Yeah. You know, there's a foul call on Max there, but he was being warded off. Keenan Coffey could have been called for the left hand.
Now the Lancers trying to move the ball, get something going.
Ashland switches very well.
Coffey in the lane, stuffed by Cam Faniff, but did he get some body or some arm?
Yeah, he's calling on the body. That's Cam's third.
Maybe got him on the follow-through.
Yeah, it looked like he had all ball. Hey.
You know, but on the follow-through.
You maybe.
After the shot, so to speak. Oh, man.
Keenan, that one.
That almost went in and it hit the bottom of the rim.
Yeah.
spun up.
Yeah.
Phaneuf gets a rest.
Guy's got 3, and that's a good pull there by Mark Champagne. Give him a little time on the bench.
Coaxes the second one home, the first point of the second half.
2:48 left in the period, and that's their first point.
Michael sees an opening, takes it, and makes it.
They're feeling it right now.
That was Paul, excuse me.
Paul's first points of the game at running right-hander. Hey, for some reason, Bob, getting that right knee up in front of you gives you that little more feel and a little more room.
Coffey tries to make something happen. O'Neal in the lane, can't get it to go.
Again, that one-handed shot, if it goes in, great, but that's not a great shot.
Oh, Boudreau to the hoop. Yeah, they don't give it to him.
NBA, I'd give it to him. But that's what Johnny Most used to say, he fiddles, he diddles.
He would have got that one, wouldn't he?
That was great.
Didn't Mendy Rudolph used to start at mid-court and
wind up
and end up calling it? It's a 3 if it goes. No. A determined Coffey.
Yeah, leading a
Coffey.
He had a 1-on-3 break, and he wisely pulled up there. Mike Boudreau had his number. Good step out by Max there. They're playing good defense.
O'Neal again. This time he makes the good baseline move. Timeout. Ashland, 40-22, an 18-point lead. It was 20 just a moment ago. That was the biggest lead of the game. And 1:47 left to go in the third period. Still a lot of time, Bob. And Coach Champagne wants to make sure the boys know that. And with a short bench tonight, a little rest.
Well, they'll probably read him the riot act because the Lancers scored a basket, the first one of the period.
I know it. Imagine,
that letdown. No, the clock.
They've used 3. Norton's used 3 of their timeouts. That's Ashland's first timeout. Yeah. Both teams get 5 per game.
Yeah, the Clockers' defense has been really good. They've been switching well. The Lancers just offensively challenged anyway, and they've got 3 points this period. Ashland just taking it to them. They've got 15.
The foul situation favoring the Lancers. They have just 1 team foul, Ashland with 5 team fouls.
Yeah, in this case, I think it's a function of, some of the Ashland fouls have been ticky-tack, but I think the Norton foul situation, 1 in the period, is because they really haven't played much aggressive defense.
Isn't it the truth?
Clock a ball, 1:47 left, third period, up 18.
The team that only has 1 team foul, they never say that. You know?
Yeah.
The team that has 5 always says, how can they only have 1?
Yeah. Well,
steal by Coffey, but he dished when he should have shot. Gets it back.
Yeah, they had an advantage for a second there. Now they're back to...
underneath to Woodward. That was in his spot. He got hit on the arms. 6 fouls on Ashland. They're in the penalty for the rest of the game.
Francis LeVega's first foul, and that's something he's really cleaned up as the season's progressed. He learned to play better defense without getting himself in foul trouble.
See if Norton can make something out of this foul situation. Joe O'Malley, number 3, is in the game.
Took a step.
Oh, a nice dish. Hammered underneath, or is it offensive?
Keenan Coffey ran over.
Wow.
Paul Boudreau, Mike Boudreau. One of the Boudreaux.
Too bad they had a layup.
Yeah. You're almost rooting for him to get a couple of points here, but no, not really.
I mean, it was a nice pass. It was a good play.
There's a foul there.
Full court pressure. Max takes it across the 10-second line. First time tonight we've seen that by either team. Bigger. Max open for the 3, takes it and makes it.
That's 3 threes this period for him.
21-point lead for Ashland.
He's been pretty efficient this period.
A minute left in the third. Oh, the spin room by O'Neal.
Francis, what a nice defense there.
Paul Boudreau looking up, finds Max. Michael to his twin Paul, and he gets it right back. Clock is working clock, so it seems. 40 seconds on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. Michael stops and pops and cans it. Yeah, 45-22, a 23-point lead.
He's had a
30
nice
seconds to go in the third period.
Michael, some contact there, not called, but didn't deter him from squaring up and making that jump shot.
Another good pass. coffee the second time.
Yeah, I give him credit. He's doing his bestest. Little guy playing hard.
Playing good D, but Paul goes right by him and pulls it up. 6 seconds left. Michael short rims it. 2. Paul's got to get it off. In and out.
Down and in and back out. 20-point period for the Clockers.
Man.
As they've kind of run away with this one now, as they outscore the Lancers 20-5 that period.
It's a 20-point lead, 21-point lead with 8 minutes to play. And any kind of a decent start of this fourth period, and the Clockers will have a big home win here tonight. Tonight's game being played on January 20th, 2015.
Well, the only X factor that we can point to, Bobby, is the foul situation. We've got John Van Cleef with 3 and Cam Fanner with 3 fouls for Ashland with a period to go. And 16 fouls. The Lancers will be shooting in the penalty for the rest of the way. Norton's only got 2 fouls, but with a 21-point lead going into the final stanza, at this point at least, you don't think that's going to be too much of a factor, especially since Norton in 3 periods only scored 24 points. Lancers will start the period with possession.
Murphy has given up on the threes.
He had 2 first-period threes, and that's been it.
With the foul situation, though, the Lancers got to go to the hoop.
They gotta be aggressive.
Jenkins to O'Malley. Boxed, bottled. Murphy launches one. No. Jenkins with the clever rebound.
Yeah, he got a little body underneath and didn't get called for that one.
O'Neal takes it to the basket and picks up the foul, I believe.
That's Mike Boudreau's 3rd foul. So the big guys, 3 fouls apiece for the 3 Ashland big guys.
I'm thinking this is a 2-shot foul anyway.
Yeah.
No good. Nice Tuesday night crowd, exam week for the Clockers. As usual, following the Martin Luther King holiday. Down the lane.
A lot of contact there.
And John Van Cleef, he didn't have complete control of the ball, but he's going to shoot 2.
Well, the ball never got above his knees.
I know.
But he was in a shooting motion. Well, they make the correction now. And it's hard to advocate for Ashland in that time because poor John couldn't get the ball above his knees.
You know.
Yeah.
Coach Champagne.
That's the Tuck rule, isn't it, Bob?
Coach Champagne, as you know, former college coach.
Yeah.
And he just can't give that up.
No.
He coaches the same way he did when he was coaching Bridgewater State, Division II.
Up 20, but you're always coaching.
You know.
Here's the turnover as Max cut to the basket, but
he paces, he folds his arms.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a program, but that's the only thing he's missing.
He dresses.
Nice job there. John Van Cleef stripped the ball and got the rebound.
20-point Ashland lead, 7 minutes left in the game. Michael, the step back, that's his shot, doesn't go this time. O'Neal clears. Wants to take it himself coast to coast. Murphy, Jenkins. Oh, what a beautiful pass. O'Malley finishes from Brandon Jenkins.
Yeah, a little desperation there, but it worked out for him.
With a clear lane. Passes to Campbell, puts it in.
And there's a nice hustle basket. Good push down the court. Cam right to the hole, right in the right place at the right time.
Ashland's first points of the 4th period. O'Malley loses it, but it didn't go out of bounds, so he picks it back up.
Good hustle.
Could that be traveling?
Good hustle, Lancers.
Can't pass to yourself, can you, Bob?
Yeah, it wasn't him. It was Mike Woodworth that recovered that one. But yeah, it looked like he let the ball go and then picked it up himself. Timeout, Mark Champagne. He doesn't like what he sees. He's not coaching for this game right now. He's coaching for the next game. It's like, what are we doing? Sometimes with a lopsided score like this, the players lapse into pickup basketball, and they lose their discipline. Coaches don't like that, even though I think they could play playground and still score enough points to salt this one away.
Mark assisted by Steve Linehan, who has the JVs. Billy Graham has the freshman. And that tall guy over there, he's a volunteer helping out the team.
They do have an impressive-looking squad of coaches. You know,
I was talking to Bill Graham before the game. I asked him, I was asking, are you the tallest player in the league, Bill? He says, no. He says, it's that other guy over there. You see him on the bench? His name is John Johansson or something like that. And he's the tallest in the league.
Unfortunately, none of them
they don't dress.
Can play.
Yes, right. Bill looks to be taller than all the clockers.
Yeah. Now, Bill's got some height. AD Ryan Quigley's got some height.
Yeah.
They got a big program. The Clockers used to be known as the Smurfs, but they've had several years where they've had some really good sized players.
We've seen, what, four teams this year, Bob? We haven't seen anyone taller than John Van Cleef.
Which, John's got good size, but you usually see one or two players 6'5", 6'6". In the Tri-Valley League.
Yeah, a couple of guys.
In fact, Norton had a player last year that was 6'5" or 6.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily have to be starters, but somewhere on the team.
Yeah.
Jenkins, a desperation shot. Protect the ball, Cam. He does. Michael has it.
All right.
He's in. He's under. They get the jump ball, 4 hands.
I'll tell you, there's no way that's a jump ball. They could stitch him up, put a couple of band-aids on him. He was a hack-a-shack, but they call it jump ball.
Caramanica re-enters, number 15.
Oh, we saw that one.
Hey, same player, too.
Same
John
thing.
Van Cleef.
John, good thing he's not shooting because he has no feeling in his arms.
Still only 4 fouls on Norton. They have 2 more to waste.
Yeah, Brandon Jenkins has 4 individually.
And Van Cleef underneath, stuffed by Jenkins.
Yeah, he's motivated. Just don't foul now, John.
Now gives it to Jenkins. He wants to do something. He's desperate. The 360 couldn't get the roll. Goes for the tip.
And who gets it? Spencer. Nice position rebound. Great
Feinberg
job.
stops the pull-up swish.
Yeah, that just is a dagger. After you work so hard, this kid Max Feinberg goes down the other end and just calmly puts in a 2. Almost steals that one too.
Murphy, a lonesome 3, takes the dive.
Yeah, Max took a run at him that time. Murph fired up a 3 from 24 feet.
Gonna shoot 3.
Yeah, Max had some momentum there and it carried him into Murphy. And that's the one thing you don't want to do as a Clocker team is stop the clock with fouls and give them a chance to get even from the free throw line.
Unusual to see it twice in a game.
Murph.
He's been off lately.
He's their three-point shooter, but has not scored since that first quarter where he hit 2 threes. That's been it.
Good second free throw. He needed that.
Yeah.
He's losing his confidence completely. Lobega enters, and Phaneuf goes to the bench.
Makes
Murphy
2 out of 3.
makes 2 out of 3. Good for him. Max ahead of the pack into O'Malley. Ducks him, makes it, and 1.
Yeah, that's a mismatch there, both size and speed and athleticism wise. And poor Joe O'Malley left out to hang there with a 2-on-1, and Max no hesitation.
But Max gave him a little move there so he could get the basket and draw the foul, so there wouldn't be any question of the charge.
Yeah.
Beautifully done. 52-29, the biggest lead of the night. And I can't even figure it out. What is it? 23 points. O'Neal goes behind the back. Rabidou's got him. Lobega picks him up. Murphy's deep. O'Malley goes down the lane in heavy traffic. Got it off, but couldn't get it to fall.
Just short. Well, as we know from the Packers-Seahawks game, you have to be relentless.
The scoop, it's up and in.
No way that should have gone in, huh?
The long arms of Max Feinberger's really
nice
come
roll
to life here in the second half.
And Max is feeling better the second half.
Coffey takes one and makes one. Timeout, Lancers.
They scored the basket to get him to 31, and coach wants to call timeout.
54-31.
16 second half points for Max for him.
The Lancers unusually thirsty, Bob. I noticed tonight. They're over there at that water bucket.
Well, there may not be just water in the bucket.
Slugging them down.
You know, you come here for Ashland water, that's why. That Nyanza Springs water, it just keeps you going.
Oh, it's the finest. Yeah. It really is.
A drink that you can read by is what I think that's the advertising slogan.
Sorry they don't bottle that.
Yeah, I think we have a...
I guess they do, but only to study it.
It's like Red Bull?
Yeah. I never had a Red Bull.
Me either. Well, you don't need any of those energy drinks. You're naturally high in energy.
Is that what it is? It's energy, huh?
Yeah. I think...
is it a meal also? Is it high caloric?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. So it's really good. I think it gets you going. If you make coffee with it, it's even better.
And how does it actually taste?
I don't know. I've never had one. Nyanza water is good enough for me. 4:11 left in the final stanza here. Ashland up 23 at 54-31.
Mark Liberatore, the coach of the Lancers, continues to coach, Bob. I don't see any, he's not showing any anger and frustration, not taking it out on the kids. And that's how you end up coaching a team for 14 years.
Yeah.
Steady.
Even keeled.
And Max with a semi-air ball. May have hit the bottom of the twines.
Yeah, I think they called him stepping on that end line again. We're going to tell the ref that yellow line is the track. It's not the end line.
Speaking of track, Bob, you know, they had some kind of state finals in indoor track or something recently, you know. And the Norton boys and girls were both champions.
Maybe that's what they're doing. They're playing. They're playing. They're running track.
Stunned. Coffee on the lazy pass takes the easy layup and misses. Rabideau clears.
That's they have to make everything. They have to be perfect. And nice steal, but no finish.
Clockers.
Keenan has played hard.
Giving it to him.
Yeah, Keenan has played hard. Just the fans are going to give it to you when you do that.
Nice crowds this year, Bob, for our games.
You know, the kids are here consistently,
Tuesdays,
and they're cheering all the time. They remain respectful. Dave Bethel has maintained order, but they've been pretty clever too.
I've been happy with the crowds.
Yeah.
And
the cheerleaders are here. The fans are here.
Good to see Leap here tonight.
Yeah, Kevin Leap, dad of Scott Leap.
He's a great basketball fan, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's a good take. If you got a night at home, nothing's going on, you come down here on a Tuesday or a Friday. You're going to see some good basketball, and root for the home team.
Boys hockey is Wednesdays and Fridays generally at Loring Arena or some road site.
Balmy Loring Arena. We tested the heat last time we were there.
All the schedules are online.
Well, I got one official complaint. They took us for $2 in quarters. Oh. The temperature didn't go up 1 degree.
They must have just been laughing at
the guys in the office were
those
laughing.
Quarters.
Yeah, they're going to go buy Cokes after the game on the WACA people.
Bob, I didn't feel anything.
Nothing.
And I didn't see anything.
Couldn't feel your toes by the end of the game either.
We saw a great game, though.
Great hockey game.
1-0. Ashland shocking Hopkinton at Loring. Bega to the hoop, blocked from behind by Keenan.
Keenan Coffey with not an elevation, but a quick move. Caught Francis. He can tell his grandchildren about that.
Inbounds pass again knocked back. Second time we've seen that tonight. The new player,
Kyle Booth,
is Tyler Troiano. Spencer gets it in, but quickly Stripped.
Ashland struggled getting the ball in. It's
Got to spread out a little more, don't
yeah,
you?
they have to do a little bit better than that. Kyle Booth in the game too, Bobby.
Unless you're going to run the swinging gate. Kyle was 10, and there he is with the rebound.
Here's with the rebound. He's in the book.
Booth, a senior, number 10, defensive specialist. Comes in with 2.5 to go. Lubega at the arc, no one to pass it to, gives it to Booth. Spencer gets it back into Lubega. He loses it, but...
So I think we got an Ashland player, 23 in the game, Bob. Is that Ben Ames, a freshman? I don't see another 23 in the program.
Oh, a JV player or a freshman?
Not on the JVs, but on the freshman, Ben Ames getting... this is a big moment if you're a freshman to get some varsity time. Nice spin to the hoop by Paul Boudreau, but it just doesn't go down for him.
O'Neal blocked by Lubega.
Francis. I think Francis remembers that he was blocked down the other end by Keenan Coffey, and he said, yeah, I can do that.
Francis Lubega with a big block.
I tell you, he's a lefty, and that helps when you're defending because that's your strong side if you're playing against a right-hand player.
On the shooting hand.
Yeah. Inbounds pass, and
must have stepped out.
Paul Karamanica is standing on the sideline. Ashland ball. 2:06 left.
Matt Peterson, the sophomore, getting a chance for the Lancers. He wears 14. Waiting to see somebody calling his name, but no one does. So we're going to call him Ben Ames. O'Neal blocked by Lubega, off O'Neal, but who gets the call?
Yeah, should have been off O'Neal. Should be white ball, but I think they're going to give it to the Lancers. Francis that time, calm, cool, and collected. Didn't he looked like he was coiling to leap, but just reached out, flicked the ball off the Lancer knee, but they didn't call it that way.
Went for the ball. O'Neal against Lubega. Dumps it in. Lubega closes and doubles, and O'Malley sees an opening.
Yeah, nice little move by the little guy, getting underneath, finding a little space and finishing.
Oh, Paul O'Neal underneath, and he didn't even shoot it. Tried to get it to Ben Ames.
Lost the handle there, or tried to get it to Ben when he was too deep. Paul back on Murph, though.
Just a minute left. Ashland leading by 19 points.
Jason O'Neal trying to lead Matt Peterson. Matt just couldn't get to that one.
Another new number, TJ Braun, the seldom seen senior, comes into the game. TJ wears 24.
Well, nice to have a game like this when you can play everyone.
TJ's going to bring it up. Crossover move, loses it, gets it back, throws the bows, jump ball.
They call a jump that could have been a travel because you can't be on your knees and then stand back up like that.
Move with a foot or two. I would go into a handstand occasionally.
Here's an interesting outfit. These socks and sneakers on some of the subs are very colorful.
So is that a two-piece?
I'm not sure.
A sock and a sneaker, is it all one item? Braun bothered by Murphy, full court pressure, helter-skelter, play of the final half minute. Behind the back goes Paul Boudreau. TJ. We have an injury timeout. Francis Lubega.
Yeah, Francis got bopped. He's walking off the court. It looks like a nose, but nose is heel. This was down to 25.3 seconds left in the game. Ashland with a 19-point lead in this one.
Mara
the
Brown
outcome not in
is
doubt.
The athletic trainer for Ashland.
Mara
Brown. I'm guessing that's her.
I like that name, Mara.
A.D. Quigley over there. 13 seconds on the shot clock, 16 on the game clock. Paul Boudreau, no.
Left-handed.
Paul again. Now Murphy ahead. A bounce pass doesn't connect. Braun goes to the Wood. Behind the back, Spencer Rabideau, and this one's in the books.
Ashland finishes that one up. Wasn't real tidy at the end, but they didn't have to be. They lost the last period, Bob, 11-9 in garbage time, but win the game 54-35.
I have to say easily.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Going away.
Post game is coming up in 10 seconds. The final score is Ashland 54 and Norton 35. All the stats, all the scoring, and a complete wrap-up coming up in 10 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching Ashland High School Varsity Sports on Ashland Television.
You're watching WACA-TV.
Back out here at Ashland High School for the post-game show. A great night for the Ashland High School Clockers as they walloped the Norton Lancers tonight. The final score was Ashland 54 and Norton 35. And this game was close for one period, Bob, and Clockers took control in the second and just ran away in the second half.
That third period was just definitive. They outscored the Lancers 20-5 as Max had 3 threes that period. Mike Boudreau with 7 points himself, and a couple other players chipped in as they just put the issue to bed early in the third period.
You know, this was a Lancer team that beat the Clockers on opening night down in Norton. So the Clockers are on the second half of the season. The first time around was 43-41 at the buzzer. Ashland lost, but Ashland looked to be the superior team tonight. I don't think the Lancers played their best game tonight, but it didn't look like it was any fluke.
I didn't think the Clockers played their best game either, Bobby. And I know we didn't see that first game, and it was the first game of the season, and it was away. But it's hard to believe that the Clockers could find a way to lose to this team even early in the season because they just had too much tonight.
It was nice to see Max Feinberg break loose in the second half.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see Mike Boudreau and his twin brother Paul pick up the slack and really lead the Clockers, and then Max catching fire to seal the win.
Yeah, no, this was one of those games where, again, the big guys, and they play a point forward kind of a basketball game where anybody can bring the ball up. Spencer Rabideau got the start tonight for the injured Mitch Porter and did a nice solid job. He's not out of place out there at all. Francis Lubega, too, continues to improve on defense, minimized his fouls. I think he had 1 foul tonight, Bobby, and maybe 3 blocks, and wound up with 4 points on the game. So Francis making improvements. So this team's getting better. If they can be physically well, if Max doesn't catch the flu or something like that, this team could do some damage in this league. There's nobody that they can't beat.
All 8 players that saw significant minutes played very well for Ashland tonight, and were big contributors.
And as usual, Clocker defense, they did a great job. They held the Lancers to 7 points in the second period, 5 in the third. They got 11 in the fourth period, but a lot of that was garbage time. They got 5 points down the stretch when it didn't count. So the Clocker defense, mostly man tonight. They didn't press because they didn't need to. And they held them. They held the Lancers to a score that was more than reasonable. 35 total points, 16 in the second half. But really, they didn't have a second half offensively.
5-point third period killed the Lancers.
Yeah, terrible, just terrible. Let me quickly go down the scoring. Brett Murphy wound up with 8 for the Lancers. Jason O'Neill with 7. Joe O'Malley, vertically challenged, but he hung in there. He had 4 late points to help his team as much as he could. Brandon Jenkins with 4, Paul Caramanica with 4, and Keenan Coffey, who hustled like crazy the whole game, wound up with 8. They didn't show a lot of offensive capability, but they played as hard as they could. And I like I said to you, Bob, it's hard to believe there's 7-4 in this league, but you can see with effort, there's 7-4.
I'm guessing that they have no standout and they rely on balanced scoring.
Yeah.
Not that much, unlike the Clockers, who have 4 or 5 players that carry the scoring. But usually the Clockers are led by Feinberg in the scoring.
Feinberg and Mike Boudreau. And tonight they did it again. Max with 20, 16 in the second half. Mike Boudreau with 18. pretty balanced as usual. Mike 11 in the first half, 7 in the second half. Didn't score in the fourth period because I don't think that was his focus. Cam Faniff had 8. Nice game for him. 4 for Francis Lubega, 2 for Spencer Rabideau, and 2 points for Paul Boudreau. Total of 54 as they wrap this one up by 19 points. Never in doubt past maybe the midpoint of the third period. Ashland goes to 7-4, Bobby, and the Lancers fall to 7-5.
A nice game for the Clarkers tonight, and just one note, the mysterious number 23 off the bench was not Benjamin Ames as previously identified. It turned out to be Luke Nutting.
Okay.
Making a cameo.
Okay,
appearance.
there's a family and a name that we know, but
yeah.
no 23 in the program other than Ben Ames, so it was a good guess.
Yeah, I get a kick out of this JV roster here. It's not even enough to play a game, so things are fluid.
Yeah, they have to adjust like the hockey team does.
Yes.
The numbers issue is always there.
You're on 2 teams. You're on the varsity and you're on the JV.
Yeah, a lot of playing time, I guess. That's a good thing for the kids who play.
Tough call tonight. Player of the game.
Well, it's funny. Max had 20 and had a heck of a second half, including 3 threes. And given his physical condition, as you said, he's coming off an illness. You got to put Max in there. We expect a lot from him. And as he heated up in the second half, he did a nice job and wound up with 20 on the game and really broke the back of the Lancers team in the second half. Mike Boudreau, steady Eddie the whole game, both ends of the floor. He wound up with 18. But I'm going to throw a little extra in here. Francis Lubega, off the bench, only had 4 points, but 3 big blocks, played great defense and rebounded. They did a nice job. Throw a shout-out, too, to Coach Mark Champagne, who has to coach a little differently when he has a team that's disadvantaged with illness and injury. Mark did a nice job tonight, so if you can give a coach a shout-out, I'd give him one tonight.
Francis Lubega, the Bob Martell player of the game. Great choice. Yeah, he really looked good tonight.
Did a great job. And gave up a little bit of maybe part of a body part tonight, Bob, too. He had to get some medical attention in the second half. You deserve something for that if you're giving your body up for your team.
Tonight's game brought to you by Marathon Deli. Great people, a great restaurant, and great friends of Ashland High School Varsity Sports. Our thanks to them. And our thanks to our crew tonight, including Paul Boudreau. And tonight's game produced and directed by Dan Baker. For my partner, Bob Martell, this is Bob Thacker. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.